Kṣīṇa-vṛtterabhijātasyeva maṇer grahītṛ-grahaṇa-grāhyeṣu tatstha-tadañjanatā samāpattiḥ. This verse explains that a clear and calm mind can perfectly understand and reflect anything it focuses on, like a crystal. When you practice making your mind still and clear, it becomes like a pure crystal. This helps you see things clearly and understand them better. Tatra shabdartha-jnana-vikalpaihi sankirna savitarka samāpattiḥ. This verse explains a state of mind where thinking gets a bit mixed up with words, meaning and knowledge. Sometimes when we think, these parts get mixed together and can confuse us. It's called savitarka samāpattiḥ. This means our mind isn't fully clear and gets tangled in thoughts. Practicing meditation helps to untangle these thoughts, making the mind clearer and more focused. Smriti parishuddhau Swarupashunye varthamatra nirbhasa nirvitarka. This verse talks about a very clear state of mind. Here's how it works. Purified memory. When your memory is clear and not mixed with old thoughts, mind is empty. The mind feels empty of its own ideas. Object shines. Only the thing you are thinking about is seen clearly. In this state, called nirvitarka samāpattiḥ, your mind is very focused and clear, seeing things as they really are, without any confusion. Etayaiva savichara nirvichara cha sukshma vishaya vyakhyata. This verse tells us about two ways the mind can be clear. With thought, savichara. Sometimes the mind is clear, but it still thinks about the details of what it's focusing on. Second, without thought, nirvichara. Other times, the mind is clear and not thinking about anything specific, just observing. These ways of focusing apply to very tiny and subtle things. Understanding and practicing these helps in achieving a very deep level of concentration and clarity. Sukshma vishayatvam Chalinga paryavasanam. This verse explains how the mind can focus on very tiny or subtle things. Here's how it works. Subtle focus. The mind becomes so clear and sharp that it can focus on very small details. Essence of the object. When the mind focuses this way, it starts to understand the true nature or essence of what it's looking at. In this state, the mind can see beyond the surface and get to the core of things. This helps in achieving a deeper understanding and clarity. Taeva sabijas samādhi. This verse talks about a special type of deep concentration, sabijas samādhi. It means a type of meditation where you still have a bit of mental activity or seeds of thoughts. Meditation. In this state, you focus deeply, but your mind might still have some thoughts or impressions. So, sabijas samadhi is a powerful state of focus where your mind is very concentrated but not completely free from all thoughts. It helps you understand things deeply while still holding on to some mental activity. Nirvichara vaisharadhyedhyatma prasadaha. This verse explains what happens when the mind is very calm and free from thinking. Clear mind. When the mind is clear and not filled with thoughts. Inner peace. It leads to a feeling of deep peace and happiness inside. This state helps you feel more connected with yourself and understand things more deeply. It's like finding calm and clarity within, which makes you feel very content and centered. Rutambhara tatra prajna. This verse explains what happens when the mind is very clear and focused, full of truth. The understanding you gain is full of truth and correctness. Wisdom. You see things with great wisdom and insight. When your mind is calm and clear, your understanding becomes very true and wise. You gain deep knowledge that is accurate and insightful, helping you say things more clearly. Shrutānumána-pratyāpyāmanya-vishaya vishesharthattvāt. This verse explains the difference between two types of knowledge: knowledge through hearing and reasoning. This is what we learn by listening to others or thinking logically. Deeper understanding. The special kind of understanding that comes from deep meditation is different. It has a unique and deeper meaning. So, this verse tells us that a wisdom gained from deep meditation is more special and insightful compared to what we learn through ordinary means. Tajjah sanskaronya pratibandhi. This verse talks about how meditation changes us. New impressions. When you meditate deeply, you create new positive impressions in your mind. Second, stops old impressions. These new impressions help block or reduce the influence of old negative thoughts and habits. In simple terms, meditation helps you build new positive ways of thinking that can overcome and replace old, less helpful thoughts. Tasyapi nirodhe sarvanirodharnirbījas samādhi. This sutra explains the highest level of meditation. It says that when you can stop even the very subtle thoughts in your mind, you reach a state called seedless meditation. This means your mind becomes completely still and quiet. It's like a clear, calm pond with no ripples. In this state, you're free from all distractions and disturbances, reaching a deep peace and pure awareness. Thank you.